Hello friends, most welcome in Hortus Botanica. Yes, myself your botany mentor Dr. Mukesh Kumar. Continue with Morphology of Flowering Plants. Yes, today we will study modification of stem. It's very important, right? So let's start modification of stem. As we know that we have on the basis of position three types of stem: underground stem, aerial stem and subaerial stems. So one by one we will study about the modification of stem in aerial, underground and subaerial, isn't it? So let's start first about underground stem modification. We have four important underground modification in stem. Yes, very common, you all know, and nowadays is a very common edible material for us in corona time, that is ginger, adrak, right? You all know about rhizome, very important. Yes, rhizome. See, this is the ginger. Okay, very good medicinal plant it is. You know, it is underground. Since it is underground, we all know that it's underground stem, and we know also that underground stem is well adapted for the absorption of food, and as a result it swells up. By their swelling, they will get different type of shape. In spite of that, we have to search about their node, internode, buds and leaf, that is nibble. That is the very good key to identify a stem. So underground part it is, so we have to find out their nibble to confirm stem. So think this is underground stem, bud is there. See, this is node is there. This is between two node, internode, and see there is bud from which this part is being arise. Apical bud will be there here. Now what happened? We have all these four important key for stem nibble. Now think what happened. Since it absorbs food, so it becomes fleshy in nature. It will grow parallel or horizontal to the soil. Means to say, see what happened. This is the soil surface and it is growing like that. This. So what happened? It is either parallel or you can say horizontal to the soil surface. Bear's nibble, just I told you. Yes, the leaf will be of scaly. We all know that you just peel out the upper layer, that is the scaly leaf present as a protective covering of the ginger. Okay, so this is a scaly leaf, mind well. In the case of ginger, turmeric, right? Fern plant also have rhizome. You will study in Pteridophyta, banana as well as canna, right? So all these plants have rhizome. Our NCERT has mentioned two very important plants. Just recall, one is this ginger and second one is turmeric, isn't it? So this is all about the rhizome. Yeah, rhizome might be in general, as I told you, horizontal, but in case of acacia, alocasia, what happened? It might be possible it will be just erect, isn't it? So this is a type of course you can say a corm. We have mentioned here, this is the seed, this is the corm. Root stalk is also there, which is found just erect. So this is the exception of rhizome whenever we talk about the root stalk, right? Now come to the second one. This is called corm. What happened? Just opposite. In the case of the rhizome, we found that the stem is growing parallel or prostrate on the soil, but here what happened? It will be just vertical. So okay, so it is also what happened. See, this is underground condition. They will also have nibble to identify stem. See, node is there, internode, leaf, okay, and adventitious roots are there from the lower nodes. Now what happened? See, you will find the growth inside, and that grow more vertically. Vertical more growth is there, not horizontal, unlike rhizome. So this is the differentiating character between rhizome and corm. Now what happened? See, the first important point, we have condensed structure which grow vertically under soil, which I drawn this diagram. Now it is usually unbranched. but rhizome usually branch, right? Exceptionally root stalk will be there, which is unbranched, but in general rhizome is branch. Here corm usually it is unbranched. Similarly, it will also be a nibble, yes, node, internode, buds and leaf. Leaf will be, yes, dry leaf, and dry leaf is called a scaly leaf. So we have example colocasia, alocasia. You know this alocasia, how you are finding that in the case of the alocasia, you will find this colocasia as well as alocasia. Colocasia, see the diagram where you are finding this colocasia. Isn't it? Alocasia also, this is the alocasia. It appears like its leaf appears like the elephant ear. So it's also known as what? Yes, it appears as the elephant ear plant, alocasia. Fine. But whenever we talk about the colocasia, it is also elephant leg plant, it is called, because you will find their lower structure, the stem appears like the very thick structure. Okay, vertical structure, so it's called elephant leg plant, and alocasia is called elephant ear plant due to its yes leaf, isn't it? Now come another, we have the amorphophallus. It is given in our NCERT Jamikand. Okay, and this is the amorphophallus diagram. Now another, we have very important plant called Colchicum. This is the very important monocot liliaceae plant, okay, which has also corm. We will study in the flowering plants family, liliaceae family, Colchicum autumnale, and this is the plant from which we get colchicine, which is used to double the chromosome. We will study it in genetics, mutation especially, right? Now another, we have the gladiolus. So these are the important plants of plants which have this corm stem, isn't it? So by diagram, very common example which is being asked in our Neet examination are, yes, ginger, okay, alocasia, colocasia and amorphophallus. These four are very important. That's why I have shown you through this diagram, isn't it? Now move. Next one, we have again underground stem, and its tuber, and another one is the bulb, isn't it? Now see, collect the important points. Tuber, by name it's clear, tuber means to say irregular, not very particular shape and size. So what happened, you will find they will be also underground, no matter they will be underground, but to identify that it is stem, it will also have what? Yes, nibble. So what happened, tip of the underground stem branch swells up due to food storage. Fine. Axillary buds are covered by the scaly leaf, means the scaly leaves are there, means leaf in the form of the scaly. Okay, and the example is potato, Jerusalem artichoke and inulin. So it's called, inulin is a very important content. Okay, a very important biochemistry question also, that inulin is maximum found in, yes, Jerusalem artichoke, right? And its stem is the stem tuber. Very common plant, potato, you all know, Solanum tuberosum. See, what happened? These are the eye. In fact, the birds are called as eye, okay, which have this very good mark, and it's called, yes, eyebrow. That is the scaly leaf. So scaly leaf is like that. It is the nose, this is the birds, and that appears like the whole structure appears like the eye, isn't it? By the farmers. And this is a very good part, from where, since bird is present, node is also there, it is capable to give rise to a new plant from that very surface. That's why it helps in the vegetative propagation also. Still, it has stored more food. You all know that potato is a very good source of food, vegetable foods, right? Now, so come, you all know that potato, what happened, there is a very upper a little thick layer is there, that is called lenticels, isn't it? Now it has also found two ends are there. See, this is the particular one end, it's called the apical end or rose end, while just opposite of that there will be also a end, and it's called heel end or attachment end or stolen end. You will find some why you have used this term stolen. Again, you have also used the term the tip of the underground stem branch swells up due to food storage. Now I would like to explain you what happened. In fact, see, if you have taken that very surface of having eye, so this is the eyes, okay, and you have just shown in the soil. What happened? That very surface will grow like that, and this growing structure appears very similar to the stolon. Now again come inside the soil, and this is the nodal part, now small, so many, what happened? These tubers will found in group, and this very structure is called a stolon. That's why you say that a stolon end bears this very important underground structure, and these are nothing rather potato, isn't it? So this is very interesting, potato, and very common example also, as well as food too, isn't it? Now come to the point, the next fourth one, this is the bulb. You all know about the onion. See, this is a very good structure. What happened? You are finding this is the basal plate that bears adventitious root. These are the adventitious root, okay, and from that there will be bud. These are bud, and it may bear the leafy shoot, okay. It's called leafy onion, okay, and it is being covered by leaves. First time you will find in underground stem we have two types of the leaf. The outermost that is called the scaly leaf, but inner one will have this very, it's called fleshy leaf, and only these fleshy leaf are edible, isn't it? So it has two types of the leaf. Inner one will have the fleshy leaf, which is very good edible, while the protective layer, tunic layer, is the outermost common protective covering, and it's called the scaly leaf, isn't it? Now so come bulb. What happens is the reduced disc shape structure, isn't it? Buds are surrounded by concentric scaly leaves. What I told you, see, this is the structure, basal plate, this is adventitious, this is the bud, and it is being covered by this very fleshy leaf, this very fleshy leaf again, and outermost, yes, this one is the, yes, scaly leaf. So what happened? The scaly leaf is protecting concentrically that inner one fleshy leaf. So buds are surrounded by concentric scaly leaf outside, isn't it? So leaf base of inner one are fleshy, as I told you. Inner one will be fleshy, and the outer one will be scaly, dry. So leaf base of inner ones are fleshy and edible, but outer ones are scaly, dry. So if we talk about the type of bulb, we will have one tunic, another is the atunic. Tunic means outer covering. So might be possible the outer covering will be simple. See, in the case of onion, what happened? You can just cover this very onion by the outermost single seed. This is the outermost covering which is protecting all the structure inside. That's why it is called simple tunic bulb. This is as in found in the onion. You all know onion, Allium cepa. Allium cepa. And this is the member of, yes, very important, Liliaceae family. Liliaceae family. Right now? Now. Liliaceae. Fine. Now, second one we have the compound tunic bulb. It's called garlic. What happened? Why it's called tunic? See, you all know about the garlic. What happened in garlic? This is the structure reduced. This is the adventitious leaf root. What happens? See, this is single bulb. This is bulb. This is bulb, and each bulb is covered by their own tunic layer. Inside there will be fleshy layer, outside there will be the scaly. So each one is called part of bulb, so you call it as bulbulate, part of bulb. and you will find so many bulbs will grow like that, and each one has their own covering, and this very important structure you find, see here in garlic. How you are finding a number of this bulb, see that's one, see it's second one, see third one, like that a number of bulblets are there. So each one has their own covering, that's why it is not covered by the single tunic layer, so it's called, yes, compound tunic, and it's found in the garlic. Right now this is garlic, okay, Allium sativa. It's also a member of the Liliaceae family. Second, we have what happens, see it has also bulb, that bulb is not being covered, a scaly covering is not there, there is no tunic layer, that's why it is loose. It is the loose bulb, you can say loose bulb, or if it will be loose, there will be no covering, so it will be, yes, naked. So this naked bulb is found in the case of the lily, as you find here in lily, isn't it? So in bulb we have three important example. One is the onion, second one is the garlic, and third one is the lily. The most common is onion and garlic. Sorry, both belongs to, yes, Liliaceae family. One thing very interesting we must know about the onion. Whenever you peel the onion, there will be tearing. Why? Because you just recall mother-in-law, it's called SAS. So SAS stands for S-allyl sulfide. So if there will be S-allyl sulfide, sulfur will be there, then what happened? Yes, there will be tearing. So the cause of tearing, that is sulfur found in the onion. It's very pungent, isn't it? Another example, we have the garlic. It's very important medicinal plant also. It has got the very good anti-diabetic properties. Okay, so these are very important plants. Okay, stem which is edible as well as having the medicinal importance, isn't it? Now come to the next one. Yeah, so according to our Gita NCRT, what is written about the underground stem? Yes, it is that a stem may not always typically like what they expect to be. Means typically what we think. Typically we think that they will be aerial, a stem should be aerial, but here we are finding no, they are underground. That's why NCRT is writing a stem may not always be typically like what they are expected to be. Right now they are modified to perform different functions. Okay, now underground stem of potato, ginger, turmeric. Okay, potato, ginger, turmeric, okay, zamikand and colocasia. See, this is both is the example of, you all know, Corm. Okay, potato, this is the tuber, and this garlic and turmeric, this is what? This is rhizome. So in our NCRT, which one is missing? Yes, bulb is missing. In fact, in NCRT, bulb has been mentioned as the leafy, fleshy leaf found in the onion, and they supposed to be this very important structure as modified leaf. That's why NCRT had mentioned this very bulb not in a stem, rather in modified leaf. By the way, so how many example is given in our NCRT? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Remember, 2 from corm, 2 from rhizome and 1 from tuber. Just learn all the NCRT example. So jamikand, colocasia are the modified stored food. Yes, since it is the underground, it is stored food and swells up. That's why, see, the swelling structure of ginger, swollen structure of jamikand and potato. These three examples are given in our NCRT. Okay, second important point. They act as organ of penetration. Organ of penetration means to say they are facing the unfavorable condition. As it is mentioned in start, that is not typical stem. Typically, a stem should be aerial. but these are underground. So this is not facing the favorable condition, rather facing the adverse condition. So these are the organ of adverse condition and also called as organ of perennation. So what happened, since they are found under the unfavorable condition, then what happened, they will also adapt their condition, adapt their adaptation according to the outermost environment, okay, to face and get their growth in that very unfavorable condition. Okay, that's why what is written, see, they also act as organ of perennation. I think it is very much clear what is the organ of perennation. Perennity means to say unfavorable conditions are there, and organs means to say these are the stem. Stem is the organ of the plant which is not aerial, rather underground. So this is and it's not the normal or favorable condition, rather unfavorable condition. In spite of that, that very organ is tied over the condition, unfavorable condition. Why? Because of for its growth. So they are growing, and how it grows? It grows with respect to sowing, absorption of food through their swelling structure, as well as forming the new plant under vegetative propagation, right? So the total we have, yes, we have 5 examples. We learn it as PZT ZC. PZT, yes, potato, ginger and turmeric, and Z, zamicon and colocasia. Okay, so PZT, very common term is there, and this is zamicon and colocasia. So total we have these 5 example, 3 stems, modified stem, and 5 examples. Okay, I think it's learned very simply that we have 3 stems and total we have 5 examples. Examples are very crucial to learn. So just remember PZT ZC, right? Now move. Second, we have, yes, we have the subaerial stem. First in subaerial stem we have is runner. We have already studied this runner under types of stem. What happened? We studied how they will be half underground and half in air, and they just grow right on the surface of soil. Lower part is bearing, yes, this very structure, and this is the leafy shoot. So what happened? See, important points. First, it is elongated prostrate branch with long, okay, long, okay, what long? Long internode, long internode. See, this internode will be long. Actually, this is long with respect to offset. That's why here, see, what happened? Short internode, and here it is long internode. So it's the differentiating character. So always get the differentiating character between offset and runner. Okay, it will help for help in solving your objective question for your NEET examination. Now second, what happened? Underground roots at the each node. Each node is bearing, see, underground, okay, adventitious roots are there. These are the adventitious root. Okay, it is very common in grass, that is called doof grass. Its scientific name is Cynodon dactylon. Another example is, yes, oxalis. Its common name is wood sorrels. Okay, and they also arise from the axillary birds. Spread to new niche. Niche means to say new habitat. Okay, when older part dies, new part are formed. Try to understand what these lines states. Again, I am telling you, see, this is the first structure growing like this, bearing underground and aerial shoot. Second, this is bearing underground and aerial shoot. So okay, what happened? If suppose that this is the only structure, rather, and this is the only particular habitat H1, but this is growing and entering the new habitat, this is the H2. So if some structure is growing in the new habitat in the same structure, means to say profession is same, structure is same, but address is changed because of the new land area is there, new habitat is there. So this is called nick. Actually nick is means to say, okay, change in their address but not in their profession. Structurally same, behaviorally same, only their address, that is the habitat, will change. Fine. So that's why you're finding how it is just shifting from this H1 to H2, but the structure is remains same. So this is a new nick. First. Second, what happened? Since they are growing, so this A which has got older, it will die. But don't worry, 2 has developed, 3 has developed, 4 is going to form. So new part will form and old part, that is A, is going to die. I think this line is very much clear and need to be very much clear because it is given in your NCERT. So what happened? Arises, such a stem arises from axillary buds, spread to the new nick, is clear, growing, okay, and when the older part dies, the new parts are formed, right? So this is the very good characteristics, important characteristics, 1, 2 and 3 important characteristics. We have also very good and important exceptions. This is sobol. In general, runners are subaerial, but there we have a very good runner, this underground runner, and this underground runner is called sobol, and it is found in agropyron. This is very important structure. So you may be asked that, okay, aerial is a subaerial, this runner is subaerial, but tell me an example of underground runner. Yes, it is sobol, term is sobol, an example is agropyron. Fine. Now just get this is the NCERT diagram. This is the example of oxalis. See, this is the nodal region. Each node is bearing a adventitious root, and upper is the leafy shoot, adventitious root bearing the leafy shoot. Okay, so roots arise from the nodes. Each node is bearing roots. We have already studied this point, right? Now come to the point of the second one, that is the offset. What happened in offset? See, same condition. This is the node, and these nodes are bearing downwards. See, these are adventitious root. Fine. Upper part, they are bearing leafy shoot. Okay, this is the solen petiole is there, this is the lamina, okay, and this is found in water. See, this is the pocket root. Pocket root is the, yes, this is the root tip, appears like the pocket. We have already studied in the first class of morphology, recall. Now, so what happened in offset? You find lateral branch with short internode, first point. Second, each node bears a rosette of leaf. Rosette of leaf, this is the characteristic feature, very important NCERT line. And tough means in group, tough of roots at base. See, this is the structure. Node, this is the internode, and this internode must be shorter than runner. First important point. Second, usually runners are terrestrial land plants. Okay, and it is aquatic, means hydrophytes, aquatic plants found in water. Now what second point, what we have this is the, yes, each node is bearing adventitious root. Fine. Second, you will find a rosette of leaf, a group of leaf forming this very rosette structure. It is found in air. So rosette of leaf will be there, tuft of roots at the base will be there. It is very common in Pistria. Common name is water lettuce or Eichhornia, water hyacinth. Eichhornia crassid, this is very important plant, and it is called as terror of Bengal. Why? Because this plant was taken, okay, from external source, not found in our India. So this is the exotic plant. But whenever it was taken, it was just taken due to its beautiful structure. You will also like this plant. See how beautiful this leaf shape, how shape of leaf, how this is very beautiful shape of leaf. And you also found this beautiful flowers. See, very good, attractive, colorful flowers are there. So this leaf shape of leaf, okay, and this flower color, their appearance attract the Indians, and it was taken from other country. That's why this Eichhornia, yes, this Eichhornia is the exotic plant, not our Indian plant, not our native plant. But what happened? That whenever you will find one single piece, this Eichhornia will grow in a plant, this aquatic condition is there, whole aquatic area will be covered by only this plant. Okay, so whole area will be covered by this plant. You will find only Eichhornia. So what happened? Since it is completely covered, so other aquatic animal and plant will get problem. Okay, first there will be no direct sunlight. First, second, the water is consuming maximum oxygen, so the dissolved oxygen will reduce. So it is also fatal for the aquatic animals, isn't it? That's why this plant is supposed to be the invasive attacker, attacking the plant, other plant as well as the animals. Though it is taken, why? Due to its beautiful flower and leaf shape, as I showed to you, but it kills aquatic plants and animals. That's why it is supposed to be the terror of Bengal. In Bengal, it is very much clear. So question will ask, which one is called terror of Bengal? Why it is exotic? Why it is invasive? Why it was carried in our India? How it is exotic as well as invasive? You have to answer all this question by this explanation. Fine. Now, so next we have, another we have the, yes, it is sucker, and see, it is the stolon. Very easy. We can understand them comparatively. What happened? See, this is the stem. Fine. This is the underground stem. You will find that in this underground stem, a structure first grow this vertically. This is a vertical. This is horizontal growth, and finally it will comes out obliquely in air bearing the leafy shoot. Isn't it? So it appears like the sword, talwar ki tarah. Okay, so this is first condition, and it is found in sucker. Okay, so what is the important point? First, lateral branch of node of underground stem. See, this is the underground stem. This is the lateral branch. So lateral branch of node, this is the node of underground stem. This is the underground stem, and inside the soil it is. Fine. Now, how it grow? How it's growing? Grow horizontally beneath the soil. So first growth, notice it, first growth is horizontal. Okay, come out obliquely upwards. See how obliquely, see, this is the oblique position, so it is coming out obliquely, giving aerial shoot. So this will be, again, shoot will be there, so it is the aerial shoot. I think it's very much clear by this diagram. And it's very common example we have is, it is also found in banana. It's called short shakka. Another example we have, yes, pineapple. Scientific name is Ananas cosmosus and chrysanthemum. So you have to remember what is your subject in your NEET examination. Yes, physics, chemistry and biology, PCB. You are the student of PCB, so just recall it as the sucker. Suck means choose jana. So just suck all physics, chemistry and biology for your NEET examination. So yes, P for pineapple, C for chrysanthemum, B for banana, right? See, we have taken this example of chrysanthemum. Okay, how it's first growing, yes, horizontally and coming out in the vertical position. Fine. Similarly, think about the stolon. What happened in the case of stolon? Fine. Just go through this diagram or figurative description. See, this is the same condition. This is the underground stem. Fine. This is the node of the underground stem. It grows laterally. First, it grows how? Yes, it grows obliquely. Fine. Here, first position was horizontal. Second position was this obliquely. What happened here? No. First position is obliquely. obliquely, just opposite, obliquely. So this is, it's grow obliquely first, okay, and forming an arc like this, again come to the soil surface and bear the leafy shoot. Are you getting my point? Just note it again. First growing, yes, obliquely, then you can say coming horizontally but forming an arc. This arc will form, isn't it? So what is the important point we have? A slender lateral branch arise from the main axis, grow aerially for some time, arc downward to touch the ground. So this is the NCERT line I have taken, because you must know NCERT line, question will come from NCERT line. So understand again, a cylinder of lateral branch arise from the main axis, first point. Second, grow aerial, it's coming out, grow aerial for some time, arc. So you are finding this arc is being formed, arc is being formed, and again come to downward, attach to the ground and bear their leafy shoot. So what happened? Yes, see, the new shoot or adventitious root arise from the terminal buds. This will be here, this, okay, this adventitious root will grow, and upper part again the shoot will grow, isn't it? So this is the characteristic features of a stolon. Okay, so you can also very easily remember what. First, this line is very important, NCERT line, we can't ignore this thing, but you can also remember like that, you first grow obliquely and come horizontally. Just reverse to there. What happened? Grow horizontally and here obliquely. But here you have to also add a point that it will form an arc. This is only important, this forming an arc, isn't it? Otherwise, you can say this is the type of dance. Michael Jackson dance is there. I also used to say it is MJ, you know, Michael Jackson, M for mint and J for jasmine. So I also said this is a type of dancing, like horizontal, oblique, oblique, horizontal. So it's a type of dancing. So dance, underground stem, dance. So you can also say dance, sas, dance. Dance, sas, dance. Sas for, yes, sub-aerial stem. So first one is the sucker and second one is the stolon. Okay, now come. This is again underground, this NCERT line. We have already studied about the first up to this line under this underground stem. Now point, collect the point of sub-aerial stem. What is written? In plants like mint and jasmine, Michael Jackson, I told you MJ, and this is the stolon. Fine. Now, a cylinder of lateral branch arise from the base of the main axis after growing aerially for the some time, arc downwards touch to the soil. मैंने बिल्कुल NCERT की line ही use करी थी. Now, second we have, yes, another example, another terminology, a lateral branch with a short internode, each node bearing roseate leaf, okay, and a tuft of root, found in the aquatic plant as in Pistia and Acornia. So this is nothing rather talk of offset. Clear? We have already studied offset, and the example is, yes, Pistia and Acornia. Clear? Now next, in banana, pineapple and chrysanthemum, I told you about your subject physics, chemistry and biology, PCB. The lateral branches originate from the basal and underground portion of the main stem, grow horizontally beneath the soil and come out obliquely upward, giving the leafy shoot. So this is all about this structure, and this is banana. This is all about what we are talking about. Sucker, okay, this is stolon, this is offset, and what is not given? What is not given, man? That is the runner, because runner is very common one. So runner is very common one. Is it clear? So mind well, in our NCERT 3 modification of sub-aerial stem is given. One, stolon, second, offset, and third is the sucker. Example of sucker, PCB. Example of offset, yes, you all know, PE, P that the Pistia and Acornia. An example of stolon is Michael Jackson, mint and jasmine. Is it clear? Right. Now, yes, we have already said. Now come to the point, aerial stem. Yes, it is the true stem. Fine, because it is aerial. And first we have the phylloclade. By name it is very much clear. Phyll means leaf, clad means stem. So we are finding here this stem appears like the leaf. That's why this modified structure is called phylloclade. First point we have green. It is green, photosynthetic. Either it is flattened or it is fleshy cylindrical. Mind well. Either flattened, so it will be like that. Flat as condition will be there, or it may be this cylindrical structure will be there. Okay, this fleshy structure, this flattened structure is very common in Opuntia, and this cylindrical structure is common in Euphorbia. Mind well. So two example also given in our NCRT. See this very example. First one, this is the this is your Opuntia, and second one, this very structure, this is the Euphorbia, isn't it? How it is very cylindrical structure, see, and this is very flattened structure. Now second point we have leaf modifies into a spine. Yes, you find here, this is very good example of Opuntia, phylloclade. You are finding how these leaf spines are there. In fact, this is the structure, and you will find this very node where that bears leaf, but due to loss of water, they don't want to lose water, so they have make their leaf very spiny structure. And the purpose of this very adaptation is reduce the water loss. Okay, reduce the water loss. That's why it is a type of, you can say, adapted structure. Okay, and it shows a type of xerophytic adaptation. Now its growth is unlimited. Yes, you are finding how this is, it will bear bird also, so it will grow like that, it will grow like that, again there will be bird, it will grow like that, it will grow like that. So its growth will be unlimited. Why unlimited? Because you have already studied, if we have the apical bird, so apical bird will grow in racemose branching. You already studied in the first class racemose branching. So the stem will show the racemose branching because of the apical bird. So it shows unlimited growth. Now next point we have, yes, it is found in the arid condition. As I told you, this leaf is modified into a spine. So this is the xeric adaptation, desert adaptation, and plant found in the xeric and the desert condition, it's called arid region. Mind well, arid region. Example is, yes, first is Opuntia, commonly known as the prickly pear. Second one is the Euphorbia. As we find, Euphorbia is the cylindrical structure, but in the case of Opuntia, it is the flattened structure. Another example we have is also cactus and casuarina. Right? Now come. Second we have is the Cladode. Clad means stem, as I told you, and dode means very small. So this is the stem, but very small stem. Mind well. So first point we have is phylloclade with one or two internode. Mind well, this is a modified phylloclade. See, this is the phylloclade. We are 1, 2, so many structure is there. 1, 2, 3. These are the phylloclade. But what is telling? No, we need phylloclade of 1 or 2 internodes. See, this is 1 internode and this is 1, means 1 and 1, 2. Only we need this thing. This is not required. So what happened? What we are finding? These are the very reduced stem, and this very reduced stem is called Cladode. So Cladode is the phylloclade of 1 or 2 internode, long fleshy structure, and this is Cladode. What happened? Since you are talking about it has only one internode of 2 node, one node. So how many internode? One internode is there, single internode is there, isn't it? That's why it will not grow further. So its growth will be limited growth. So you can show it will execute cymose branching of a stem, isn't it? It will have leaf, reduced leaf, scaly leaf, as well as spiny leaf. Okay, whenever we talk about the asparagus, this asparagus has only one internode. Fine, see this example of asparagus. Here we are finding what happens. See, this is the condition. you are finding this appears like the leaf but it's not leaf. See, this is one node, it is another node growing like this, and what you are finding, collect the point, this is the internode. Okay, again you can show another this, yeah, so this is 1 and 1 2, and this is one internode. So these are in fact stem, but this appears like the small reduced leaf, isn't it? So it's a modified stem. Which one? Cladode is the modified stem, which is a very small stem of 1 or 2 internode. 2 internode is found in the ruscus. So we have 2 examples, 1 internoded in asparagus, 2 internoded in the case of the ruscus. Fine. So this is the characteristic features of the Phylloclade and Cladode. You can also say Cladode is the small part of Phylloclade, because Cladode have only either 1 or 2 internode. Okay, first. Second, Cladode will show limited growth, Phylloclade will show unlimited growth. Okay, but mind well, both will reduced, green, fleshy and highly adapted for the photosynthesis. Fine. Now next we have third one. This is the stem thorn. By name it is clear, thorn. So if there will be thorn, it will reduce the water loss. Fine. So what happened? Modified axillary bud is there. It is pointed, sharp structure that reduce transpiration, protect the browsing animals like cow, buffaloes, isn't it? Cows, buffaloes. Now, so what happens? See, this is the very thorn structure. So this is the organ of protection and very common in bougainvillea, citrus and duranta. Another fourth one we have, yes, this is a stem tendril. What happened? These are, you know about the cucumber, pumpkin and watermelon. These are the stem, and these are the strong, not strong, rather weak stem. So they need mechanical support. For that mechanical support, they form tendril, and that tendril arises from the axillary bud. You know, see, this is the stem, this is our node, it is the leaf, and this is axillary bud, and this axillary bud is forming this very coiled and the spiral structure, and this is called tendril. And what happened? This structure will just hold any substratum. This is the substratum or support, and it will provide mechanical support, isn't it? So this is leafless structure. Tendril is leafless, spirally coiled, helping climbing. Example: passiflora, grapevine and gourd. Gourd means to say, yes, in cucumber, pumpkin and watermelon. But we have also an exceptional example. Okay, either might be possible you will find that tendril structure from flower. It is found in Antigonon. It might be possible we have the extra axillary bud. You all know, I taught you types of bud. Extra axillary bud will come from loofah and cuscuta. So these are very important structure. One thing also, this thorn is also arising from the apical bud. Mind well, see, this is the node, this is the leaf, and this is bud. Bud is becoming this pointed structure. So what you are finding? You are finding that we have only axillary bud, and this very axillary bud, depending upon their requirement, either become pointed structure and form thorn, okay, or become this very coiled structure and form tendril. So generally you can say that tendril as well as the thorn are the modified bud. Okay, thorn in the case of bougainvillea, citrus and duranta, very common alphabet B, C, D, right? Now bougainvillea, citrus and duranta, and here very common we have to remember passiflora and grapevine. First, second is the gourd. In gourd we have 3 examples: cucumber, pumpkin and watermelon. And these are the exceptional floral condition: floral bud, Antigonon, extra axillary bud, loofah and cuscuta. Fine. Now, very important and informative content we have. What is difference between thorn, spine and prickles? Yes, you know thorn. You all know that will arise from the, it arises from the axillary bud. You already studied spine, that this prickle, okay, what happened? This prickle is also may arise from this very axillary bud in condition. So these both are arising from the axillary bud, and bud is the part of, yes, stem. So it is the modified stem. Mind well. But spine, you studied, this is the opuntia. Opuntia is bearing, this is the nodal structure, and the leaf turned spine to reduce the water loss. So this is spine, which is a modified leaf. What happened? You will find, see, this is the thorn, which is hard, stout, pointed structure, erect, so sharp and hard. It get what vascular supply also, as in the case of BC, bougainvillea and citrus. Okay. Now, second spine, prickle. What is difference between thorn and prickle? Is a very common question. You remember what happened in prickle? What happened? You'll find this is the bud will just grow. Hard, pointed structure, very similar to thorn, but its tip is curved like this. See, in the case of rose, very common plant, you can go through that stem and find their prickle. It is not very like this, rather it is very little curved. So this thorn is special thorn, sharp, thick, hard, and its tip is curved. It also gets vascular supply, as in the case of rose, and it's the prickle. See, this is the common and curved. This is common and curved. So you are finding how it is being curved. See, this water droplet is there. Since water droplet is there, so water is being supplied at that very tip part. So vascular supply is there. Here also its vascular supply will be there. But mind well, whenever you will find, in the case of a spine, as in the case of opuntia and cactus, it is thin, not hard and thick like thorn and prickle. It is also sharp. Okay, vascular supply will be there. So this is the basic difference between, yes, thorn and prickle, modified stem, but spine is the modified leaf. Isn't it? Thorn is erect, but prickle have steep curve, as in the case of the rose. Here, yes, bougainvillea and citrus. Fine. So this is the comparison between, or better to say comparison among, because we have three important example, among thorn, prickle and spine. Fine. Now the last is of the aerial stem, bulbil. Yes, it is a condensed axillary fleshy bud, help in the vegetative propagation. Okay, see, this is the aerial tuber, and it's called diascoria. Diascoria is also very good example of aerial stem. Okay, from a stem, this bulbil is arising, Diascoria bulbifera, and from flower part, bulbil may arise. It's called a gabe, and from root, if it is arising, it's like, you can say exceptional case here. It's also exceptional case. The common case is, yes, Diascoria, but agape, floral bulbil, and this root, oxalis, this is the again exceptional bulbil. Common bulbil, that is the stem bulbil, is the very common Diascoria bulbifera, right? See, a very good example of bulbil. Now in Diascoria, rare example, and by the diagram you can easily recognize this thing. Now think about the, yes, miscellaneous point. We have four miscellaneous point. One, whole stem is tuberous. Mind well, whole stem will be tuberous. Okay, and this is the knoll call. This is the plant of Brassicaceae family. They see how whole structure stem is tuberous as well as solen. Now second is the only one internoded tuberous stem. This is called bulbophyllum. Isn't it? Second, acaulescent. Acaulescent means to say a plant with reduced stem or without stem. This is called acaulescent. Another, we have the pseudo stem. It appears like the stem, but they are not a stem. Remember, in the case of banana, you say this is the stem, but no, these are a number of leafy structures are there. So it is supposed to be the false stem, as in the case of banana. Okay, so pseudostem, banana. Acaulescent means to say reduced or no stem plant, acaulescent, and whole stem is tuberous in the case of not called, right? See, Might be possible whole plant is thorn. It is in the case of Ulex, again the member of Fabaceae, pulse family. You are finding how the whole plant is the very thorn-like structure. So in general, thorn you find in the case of Bougainvillea and citrus. But you are finding here how whole stem is very spiny structure, thorn-like structure, protective structure in Ulex. Fine. So this is the miscellaneous and exceptional condition. Now, yes, get the honey of botany. Yes, at the tip of your tongue. NCRT at the tip of your tongue. This is NAT. NCRT at the tip of your tongue with your yes, I am, and I am sir. First, we have the underground stem. Total 5 examples we have: potato, tuber, ginger, rhizome, turmeric, rhizome, jamaican, corm, and colocasia corm. I told you 1, 2, and 1. So we have how many? 3 stem having 5 examples. Okay. So learn P, Z, T, Z, C. Very easy. Second, underground stem. Total example is 9. Here total example is 5. So remember Ross, R-O-S-S. Yes, runner. This is runner, grass and strawberry. O, offset. This is Pistianicornia. Okay, S, sucker and Stolon. Sucker and Stolon. Yes, we have Michael Jackson and Jasmine. This is Michael Jackson, MJ, and this is B, physics, chemistry and biology, PCB, pineapple, chrysanthemum and banana. Very easy to remember. So in a runner, grass and strawberry, offset, Pistianicornia, yes, Stolon, Michael Jackson, and sucker, physics, chemistry and biology. Very simple to remember. Ross. Now axillary bird, aerial stem, axillary bird, either it turn into tendril or turn into thorn. In tendril example, grapevine and gourd. It is given in our NCRT. 3 example, pumpkin, cucumber and watermelon. In thorn, bougainvillea and citrus. Might be possible that the aerial stem will found in the arid zone. Yes, desert condition will be there, and in this condition the stem may become flattened. Yes, flattened in the case of the Punsia, or cylindrical structure in the case of the Euphorbia. So total we have, yes, 8 examples. So add 1, 5 plus 9 plus 8, total we have 22 examples at the rate of your NCRT. So just learn all these 22 example of stem in a very nutshell. How? PGT, Jetsi, 5. Then Ross में क्या 2 आ जाएंगे? Grass, strawberry, P, Michael Jackson, physics, chemistry and biology. In aerial bird, very simple, tendril, GG, you see, tendril, this is GG, grapevine and gourd. In gourd we have 3, what? P, C, W. You all know, very common gourd. Now, in thorn we have 2 examples, very common, bougainvillea and citrus, very common plant, you see daily. And in arid condition, either it is flattened in the case of Punsia, or it is cylindrical in the case of Euphorbia, right? So that's all about the modification of a stem. So go through this all modified stem, make your neat and clean notes through my this important lecture, and I am dead sure you will solve any question concerned to this very topic. Okay, so thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and give your good comments as well as good suggestions, so that I can serve you better, and I request you to be and bless you to be a great doctor to serve humanity. Okay, so thank you. Have a nice day.